young girl, name withheld, is 13 years old. She got infected with staphylococcus by using a dirty public school toilet at the age of 7. In the process of scratching her private part due to itching, which is a major symptom of the infection, she opened up herself. The loss of one's virginity to a preventable cause, you will agree with me, can be very painful. Like her, many patients are lying in various health facilities due to malaria, cholera, and other hygiene-related diseases. And what these experts are saying is that it is cheaper to prevent than cure by just paying more attention to hygiene.
We don't have a good drainage system, we don't have a good storm collection system for the state, for the country, and all of those things. So the people not washing their hands properly, to just handshake, because some of these things you just get in contact with them, to the food we eat. It's not every bacteria that will die through boiling of food or boiling of water. So many. So it's a major issue. I have a water that I'm drinking, but the water is actually polluted by a pharmaceutical company 10 kilometers away, and it contains some compounds that are actually resistant to bacteria. So I can continuously be falling sick and don't find a solution to my illness. And I have a company close by that is into production of batteries, and they are discharging lead into the drainage, and I am taking lead, and my wife gets pregnant, and I give birth to a deformed child. That is my problem forever. Those are some of the impacts that comes in when we neglect some things.
Each and every one of us, we owe ourselves that to live healthy, you have to check what you take in. You have to check your environment and all. Then this is the age of social media. I think we should raise awareness, we should talk about it, we should send out materials to educate people.
A major source of worry is the poor sewage disposal and its contamination of water source in Lagos State.
Have you ever asked yourself, when all these trucks you see around that they evacuate soccerways, when they evacuate, where do they take them to? Yes, Lagos State government is trying to do a septic system and all of that, but most of them dump them somewhere in the water. And it's this same water we eat the fish. And then, so take for instance, somebody that is going through a cancer treatment and is going through chemotherapy, and then uses the toilet with the waste of chemotherapy drugs, goes into the toilet, goes into the water, and then somewhere along the line becomes an antibiotics, and then again comes back into the cycle for somebody else to drink that kind of water. What do you think about it? So it's much more complex. It's a cycle that is very bad, that every one of us has to be involved. You see something bad, you speak out. You see your neighbor doing something bad, you speak out. You see an estate developing a big estate, and then all they are doing is passing their water into the drains without being treated. The emphasis here is treating water pollution. And then you talk about sanitation. There's an emergency that the presidency just laid on water now on Nigeria, open defecation. You cannot do that. But how many public toilets do we have? This is where some of us, we need to come in. The government needs to see beyond being the one to spend money to do all these things. There has to be a privatization in place. Take for instance in Nigeria, we don't really have any public toilets on the island that you driving, you want to use the toilet, you want to pay for, you can't find any. You have to rush into a bank or into a fast food or something. But in developed countries, you want to just ease yourself. In a station, they'll ask you to pay £1. But you know, when you go, even if you are doing only makeup, you still pay £1. But those systems are there for people to live better. So there are some things that will not come to us cheap as Nigerians. So but if government opens up these opportunities today, I know there will be individuals that want to use this medium to also do business, and then it will also boost the economy, and we live in a much more cleaner environment.
If, well, the landlord to some extent can, if there's a landlord association, if they can come together and meet private companies on how they can improve their sewage disposal, which is very important.
Without a proper disposal system, without a proper clean water source, we'll continue to have that challenges, because a lot of these preventable diseases are carried by this type of environment, where you don't have clean water or you don't have clean waste disposal system. The government need to do a lot about ensuring that the citizens have means to do that. For instance, we all pay tax.
but also called for private sector participation in ensuring potable water supply.